Hey everybody, how is it going? Listen, I know this has been what, 6 episodes?
I don't know.
Probably six, where we've been it. It's like the first episode that we have, right? Immigration, but just something happens, and so last night, somebody that was opening for me for how many years?
Bro, like 10, 12?
About 10 years, and it's interesting. Anyway, today we're gonna interview Cisco Duran. Interesting trajectory. But if you're familiar with the episode that we talked about, where he interviewed me, I don't even know if it's out yet. But in that interview, one of the things that I said was that we talked about, remember, that who really missed out on the past 10 or 15 years of me, dealing with all this is that
Yeah.
I didn't bring openers out.
Yeah.
And I talked about it. I only had one opener the whole time. This was him.
Yeah.
So during those 12 years, as opposed to, getting somebody to open me for me or having three and then, one comes in, the other one moves and, kind of rotating, he just stayed with me. We just stayed together for over a decade.
I just stuck around, bro.
Yeah. And so, so he was a beneficiary of that, but a lot of people missed out. Anyway, so today, I want to talk to him about the state of comedy as he sees it, in the sense that it's interesting how we all have a trajectory. Like when you first started out, I had no trajectory, right? Because I didn't know what comedy was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what stand-up was. I wasn't that guy. I discovered stand-up right before I started doing, comedy. So I never had like this is what you do. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to approach it. I just happen to be like, all right, I want to, go to the comedy clubs. Okay.
Jump right in.
Let me showcase for Mencia. I'm from Honduras. Oh, you're regular. Oh, I want a job. You can work here. It was like everything was just set up perfectly for it. And I was in LA, so I didn't need that plan. I wasn't a kid from some other part of town, who was like, okay, I'm going to be the big guy here in El Paso. And once I make it big, I was already in LA. I had the job. I was working at the Comedy Store. Everything was just set.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just be funny and let all these producers come and see you perform. And you're going to get a TV show inevitably. And you'll get specials. And you're going to kill it. So for me...
Seems so easy the way you describe it.
Right?
Right?
But it kind of fell together. As easy as it fell together, you know what I mean, is as difficult as it got later on. But anyway... What about you? Did you have a trajectory?
I
Like a plan? Like a plan?
No, I never had a plan. I was just such a fan of stand-up. Like, initially, I didn't even think I would do stand-up. And thank God in a drunken open mic night that my friends knew me well enough that I wanted to do stand-up, and they pushed me up. And that was literally how my first time on stage was. My friends got me tipsy and put me on the list. And so I went
No
up to
way.
the mic night, yeah. And I was the guy that was dragging my friends. Hey, Paulo Francisco's in town. Hey, Carlos Mencia's in town. Hey, Ralph
Right,
May's in town.
right.
And I'm the one putting it all together. Give me your money, and I'll get the tickets. And I was like, we're waiting.
Right.
And every weekend, and I could go to a comedy club every night of my life.
Right.
And I was just so passionate about stand-up. But then once I started doing it, my goal was, if there's a trajectory, it wasn't to have, because remember the 80s I always heard, if you have a strong 15 minutes, you're going to get a TV deal. I'm not sure how true that was, but that's what I heard. And then in the 90s, it became, if you have 22 minutes, you can get a Comedy Central special. And then as the 2000s, I was waiting for the 2000s. Now it became more social media platform. So it's not even about whole sets; it's about clips.
Correct.
And now, and we have to evolve. Like right now, I have to deal with a TikTok generation.
Right.
And I'm trying to put out clips.
Yeah.
For 15-year-olds that
Yeah.
aren't even old enough to come to my fucking shows.
Yeah. And not just that, but the shit that they laugh at. Like, look, at a certain point, you just got to let go from the age thing. Your generation will be different.
Yeah.
It's like Tino does this joke about the 6'7".
Yeah.
Kids don't even know what the fuck it means.
Yeah.
Like if you ask a kid, like, why are you guys going crazy over 6'7"? Like, we don't know. It's supposedly started from police. It supposedly started from a song. It supposedly started, but there's no reason for it.
TikTok told us to.
But that's what I'm saying.
TikTok
Like, how fucking crazy is that? That all these kids through the social media are like 6'7", 6'7", and you go, what does it mean? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Why do you do it? I don't know.
Yeah. And
Why are you saying it? I don't know. It's literally because the fucker next to you goes, oh my God, 6'7", right? 6'7". Yeah, 6'7". And it's just fucking crazy.
people at the shows, the only people at the shows know are the ones that have kids. Like, I don't have any kids, so I didn't know what 6'7" meant. But
Nobody does.
But the people at the shows, they knew. If they knew, it's because their parents and their kids apparently go ape shit at home, and now that's how the parents.
But they just go ape shit when the number's called. They don't really know, like, why. Okay, so part of it is, I think 6'7" in some police is code for move aside or step away or get out of the way.
You're overthinking it. I think it's something more
very,
juvenile.
from what I understand,
what
it's very stupid.
But that's what here's what I'm saying. Okay, so I've heard that one. Then the other one is the guy, the rap guy. I don't know who it is who put 6'7" in his song, but I think it's an area somewhere wherever he's from. And then yours was what?
So I heard two different ones. So one is LaMelo Ball did it, right? The basketball player from the Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
And then the other one was why is 6 afraid of 8? Because 6, 8, 7. No, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, yeah.
No.
Or 7, 8,
7, 8, 9.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that joke. So that's why.
7, 8, 9.
So I heard more of why is 6 afraid of 7?
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
My point is,
And then
the
it's
reason
just
why
stupid.
all this is happening is because nobody fucking knows.
But you see, this is the conversation that we're having. That is why it goes viral, because they put it out there and everybody's like, "This is stupid. Let me repost it," and it just goes to a place where it's like, now we're talking about it, and we're like, I'm like,
But I
think
think that the reason I'm talking about it is because he was bringing up talking to the kids and the generational thing.
sure.
And
This is my fault.
we're not going to get it. No, I'm saying we're not going to get it. You and I of a different generation are not going to get it.
But that's where
and I guarantee you, if there was a kid here, he would be like, whatever, guys, you don't understand. You just don't get it. You're fucking old. You don't get it. You just don't get it.
But I feel like that's why comedy's where it's at now, because comedy, like when we started going on the road, it was a structure. It was, you have to do this. You get, make sure you have TV clean, or, write your jokes clean, and then make them dirty later. It was an idea, a structure. It was a concept, right? And now it's just like, people are just going up there and just, with no plans, no backup jokes, no nothing, and they're just like, "Where are you from? Oh, that's crazy," shit like that. So it's just, it doesn't make any sense. But that's just what people are liking now, and that's what people are buying tickets to go see.
I don't know if it's that they like that as opposed to it just fits the format of quickness, the format of, I don't want to get into a joke because, if I'm going to tell a 1-minute joke, 35 to 45 seconds of that might just be setting up the joke.
Yeah.
With me, I do setups that literally last minutes long before you get to a big punchline.
Yeah.
But the difference is your setups are funny every so many seconds.
Right.
So there's other people that do the setup and it's just complete silence because they're focused in. They're laughing with the setup, the punchline, like every part of the joke. So it's different. Like, there's comics that can't do that. There's comics that's like, well, I did blah 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 blah, and then after a minute they're like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. So you're different from every other comedian.
Well, so let's get back to you. So you started when? What year did you start?
2009.
Okay, so that's when you started doing
That's when
stand-up.
I first did stand-up comedy,
Okay.
yeah. May 2009.
Right. When I first met him, and this is how I discover, ironically, all the shit that I get from comedians, ironically, I'm like one of the only comedians that I know of my stature at any point in time, that was always okay to give people spots on my shows.
Yeah.
Like whoever it is, usually, I mean, as long as someone's vouch for him, I don't care.
No, there was some big names that
5 minutes here, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Bruce Jingles came this weekend. Yeah, I mean, whatever. You went on last night. Kalen did a spot here for one time. I mean, I let him. So I discovered him at the Miami Improv.
Yeah, I think it was 2010-ish.
The old Miami Improv. So the first iteration of the Miami Improv was at the Mayfair on the top floor, across from an AMC movie theater, right next to a Wet Willie's. Then the Mayfair kind of didn't want to go party anymore, so they went business, and then it went all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's where I met you, when it was at the bottom. He was so heavy
Oh, yeah.
when I met him that he would stand like this with a microphone here, standing, by the way. And he had such a gut that he would just put his drink right there. And sometimes he would let it go and tell a joke and then grab it again. Like,
That was talent,
That-
bro.
that
That
was
was
your
talent.
gimmick?
No,
no, it wasn't his gimmick. It was just his, like,
this is how I did it.
because he was big. He was just that big, and he kind of chilled, and it was here.
Yeah.
And so a couple of years went by, and then I said to him, like, hey, do you want to come out on the road? But if you do, you have to lose weight.
Yeah, yeah.
Have to lose, I think I said 100, 150 pounds.
We were at a Cuban restaurant, fucking feasting, and then you sat
Were
there.
we at La Carreta?
Yeah, we were. No. It was the one on Crow Way. I think it was kind of like a house looking, but it wasn't like a carreta. It was like
Yeah. It's where they have the vaca frita.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm sitting there and we're eating. And
Havana Harry's
yeah,
or
there you
something
go,
like that,
Havana-
right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're eating, and then he goes, all right, man. And it was so nonchalant the way he was talking to me. He was like, all right, man, you want to go on the road? And I was like, fuck yeah. And then he goes, well, listen, you have to lose weight. And you said it, you didn't say it mean or anything like that. Like, you literally just said, I work, and at that time, I don't know what your schedule is now, but
Worse?
It's worse.
Yeah,
It's
so
worse.
It's like literally every single weekend we leave on a Wednesday, come back Monday, leave Wednesday again.
Well,
that was just how it was.
I'm still touring that way. Add a Tuesday and Wednesday here.
Jesus Christ, yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty
So,
crazy.
but what I said to him was, and by the way, I said this to your boy. Remember we were talking same thing.
Who? Oh, it doesn't
Friend
matter.
time.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Anyway, what I said to you was, look, it's grueling.
yeah,
What we do,
It's
the
very-
way I
it's
do
very
it,
hard.
is grueling.
yeah.
Right? Up until that next, thing when I hit a wave and I ride it again and I don't have to perform every weekend, it's grueling. It's tough. It's hard on your body.
Yeah.
And man, there was a period of time where he was pretty much like not feeling his best.
Yeah.
For months at a time.
Yeah.
Or like he would have like a.
I wasn't sick. It was just like I was just
Right.
tired, and shows would go to like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We wake up and do press, and then we after press go try to take a nap, but it's hard to take a nap after you have whatever, and then get up at 5 to set up mics, set up the recording, set up the merch, talk to the manager, and all that stuff. So it was a long time, but once I started losing the weight, that's when things started.
Yeah. So
like
when
we got
you
into
started-
a groove. Yeah.
What was your plan?
So when I first started doing comedy, I got tricked into doing comedy, like because I was obsessed with comedy. Like I bought Joe Coy's comedy DVD. I was watching Kevin Hart at the Improv before he even
That's
blew
funny.
up.
Like another one of my openers.
Yeah.
My openers are doing good. It's awesome.
I would literally live at the Improv in Miami.
Right.
And my ex at the time, she was like, you know what? I signed you up for stand up. I paid $250 so you can't, and it's non-refundable. You can't cancel. You have to perform. And I was like, oh. I'm a cheap ass at that time, so I'm like, you know what? All right, I guess I'll do it.
So it was a comedy
wasn't-
class?
No, it was. She lied to me about the 250. You
Of
just had to
course.
bring 10 people.
Of course.
I didn't know that till the day of the show. So there's 80 people that I bring to this goddamn comedy club. It's packed the fuck out. I go up and it's probably like the most amazing set at that time.
Sure.
Like I'm like, bro, I fucking murdered it. Like I'm gonna do this every single
You
day.
got chuckles, but to you, chuckles.
Yeah, like I was like,
But
bro,
you,
I
you
fucking
get that first laugh organically on one of your thoughts. Oh,
Yeah.
there's no turning back on that.
That was my first show, by the way.
chuckles.
No. My first show, I did a joke that I wrote that I had thought of a few years back, and
Yeah.
it killed, and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's no turning back.
There was no way. There was no way that I would ever do anything else.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Now I
done.
get it. After that performance, I was like, I'm not. This is what I want to do.
so once you started, did you have a plan? Like,
I think-
'cause you were in Miami.
I think the first year that I was doing it, I was only doing it once a month. I only did the open mics at the Improv, right? And then I did the Kyle Cease and Louis Anderson's comedy camp, and they inspired me to like really go after it, right? And then so then that's when I changed my mindset, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do stand up every single day. So I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, went to work at 7, worked from 7 to 5, slept in my car from 5 to 7, and then I'd hit as many open mics as I can until 12, 1 o'clock at night. Do it all again, Monday through Friday, and then the weekends off. But
And how was the comedy scene back then in Miami?
it was amazing. There was not one empty show. Like now it's different. Now it's tough to get people to come to comedy shows. But back then, like the Improv open mic was always sold out. And then Yeah, it was always Tuesday night actually, because it was right before Benji Brown's Black Show,
Okay.
the urban show, and then it was just you would never go to a bar or a show and it was empty. It was you had at least 50% or more every single time. So I kind of was spoiled at that time, and then I had goals. So once I started doing that, my goal was, all right, by year 5 I got to get on TV. By year 10, I got to have a special out. By year so-and-so, so I always set a goal to try to hit, and then, and I hit them all, which, so now I have to redo all the goals that I hit early. So, but I mean, for overall, for me, I was blessed in a lot of ways, but I also got cursed in a lot of ways. Like I got fired from the improv, and the way I came back was because of you, believe it or not. I don't know if I told you the story. I got fired.
I have no idea.
I got in trouble with this comic because I kind of fucked this chick.
Kind of.
You kind of fucked this chick?
We didn't fuck, but it was pretty close.
Because it was big, so it kind of went in, so it's fine.
Just the tip? I don't even understand what you're saying, bro.
Well, whatever.
You're the one that brought this up, so
You
don't
did-
half-ass now. I feel like you were like, let me tell you a story.
All right, it was this comic that we were really
You don't have to say the comic.
No, I'm not going to say the comic, but we were really good friends, and then he
You banged this chick.
Yeah, and then he found out, got upset about it, but that was his side chick. And she was, she was for the streets. So I was like, whatever. Like
She was for the
Yeah,
streets.
like she's for the streets. So like, she's fucking everybody. Might as well get some too, right? And
I know what you're talking about.
All right, you'll tell.
Move on.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Move on with the story.
Anyway, so
Unless you did this twice.
I definitely did it twice.
Okay, so because there's a culona.
Yeah. No, not that one.
Oh, this is a different one.
It's a different one.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, you didn't learn your first fucking lesson?
Well, no, because then I met you.
What the fuck does that have to...
The positive came out of it.
Okay.
So this comic started spreading rumors at the improv. The owners, Joel, Renee, and Cheryl at the time was booking it, and I was working every single weekend. So I would do 2 weekends in Miami, 1 weekend in Fort Lauderdale, 1 in West Palm Beach, and that's how I rotated. So I was making, not a lot of money, but I was making $1,200 extra from what I was making my day job. And then he spread a rumor and then a lot of comics didn't like me because they were like, yo, within a year you're already hosting the improv, and I've been doing stand up for 5-7 years. Anyways,
Welcome to the club, bro.
it was so much hate.
Welcome to the club of
I
hate.
got more hate after working with you, but we'll go over that later. And then he started spreading rumors, talking shit about me, and then I got fired. So they were like, listen, we don't like somebody talking shit about the club, whatever. I got fired for like 6 months, and that's when the general manager, his name is RJ. You remember RJ Otero? RJ called the improv, was like, why isn't Cisco doing my club anymore? And he was like, well, because blah blah. He was like, are you fucking stupid? And like said it straight. I didn't know he did that. And then I went to a comedy club in Fort Lauderdale that was competing against the improv, and I was sitting in the back, and guess who shows up? Joel, Cheryl, fucking Renee, they're all showing up, and I'm in the back, and I'm pissed. So I start to run out, and then Renee came down. She was like, hey, listen, I heard what happened. That's not real, but listen, Carlos Mencia is coming next week. Do you want to open up for him? And I was like, fuck yeah. And, and that's, the rest was history from there.
So, we'll go over it, but he's doing well, making, money,
I'm doing real
paying
good.
the bills,
Yeah.
has extra in the bank.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But you brought something up, and this is gonna make me sad, but it is what it is. We know some of the stuff that was good for you.
Yeah.
Of being around me.
Yeah.
The positives, that
Yeah,
got you to where
for
you're
sure.
at right now, making
Yeah.
the money that you're making. So, what was the negatives? What were the bad? And just
man.
be real.
All right.
Bring it out, bro.
Shit. We've
Seriously.
never talked about this, actually.
We have never talked about this. Why would I? Because you know why? We don't talk about this because you guys don't want to talk about it.
It's because for me it's a negative thing, and I don't
I
like
understand. I'm not
like
mad.
yeah, like I've especially going to therapy and stuff, I learned not to live in the negative, and it's tough sometimes because it will, even though we say it's okay, it still affects us some way somehow at the end of the day. Well, at least for me.
If you don't address it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, for sure. So
You
that's
feel
why.
like when you don't address, emotional stuff, it kind of festers in you, or comes out like, I'll know when I'm being a dick to my wife or to my kids, and I'm like, okay.
I'll figure out because I'll act
Shit.
out like I said something dickish to you or to Cisco,
Right.
and then I catch myself like, okay, what's wrong with me? Because I know I normally wouldn't do that.
Yeah, for sure. That's not in your character.
Yeah, but and with comics, it's just I notice my shit talking gets a little darker, a little deeper. I'm more.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
I've
okay,
seen that a couple times.
I'm like, okay, I gotta snap out of it. And that's just the key, you know. Like,
Yeah.
and
I mean, so that's why I never, you know, like for the 10
My
years
point
that we
is
went on
that
the
I
road.
brought it up.
No, I get it.
You know,
I get
in
it.
our regular life as friends, I have like been like, oh shit. So did somebody say anything? Anybody?
Yeah,
you guys
like,
are always like that.
my whole career.
Let it go. Who cares?
Not,
Who fucking cares?
not necessarily my whole career, but like, you know, like comics that are bitter or whatever the case may be, or not, you know, successful. They always have something to say. Like when I first started working with you, I remember I was bragging to everybody. I'm going on the road. I was bragging to everybody. I was like, I'm going on the road with Mencia. I'm moving to LA. Like I'm gonna, you know, blah blah blah. And everybody, dude, was like, oh well, make sure you don't do your jokes in front of him. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm a different person. Like I'm not. We're two totally different sides of the spectrum. Like you have way too much energy. I'm at that point. I'm just sitting. I'm standing with my fucking microphone like that.
But what you just described. Remember when we did the episode? This is a shit that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Right.
there's so much he doesn't know that like happened behind the scenes that never even got to him. That's what I learned.
But even that kind of stuff, like watch out what you do. Like if that was the case, if I was stealing jokes from my openers, wouldn't there just be reams and reams of shit on the internet of them showing them doing the joke and me doing
especially the day and age that we live in.
It's fucking retarded.
I-
It's stupid.
Look, for me, I've had so many conversations with comics where they're just like, well, like, you know, and listen, not all of them are bad. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, people are fucking stupid. That's old. Like, they gotta let that shit go. A lot of people praise you. Like, you know, there's a lot of great fucking comics that show love. But then there's that group where they're just like,
So when you started telling people I'm going on the road with
yeah,
Carlos,
and they were just
what did
like,
they start saying?
oh,
So-
he's gonna steal your shit. Watch, blah blah blah, and you know, and I'm just like, what are you talking? And remember, when I started doing comedy, I didn't know the controversy that you went through, right?
Okay.
Nor did I care, because when I heard about it, I was like, I'm not interested.
Right.
I'm more interested. I'm always a judge of character.
By the way, every single one of those dudes that was talking shit to you, if I had said to them, "Yo, come on the
for
road,"
sure. 100%.
They
Because
all would have said yes.
Remember, there was a comic that was like that you invited to a show, and then I told you, hey, he was talking shit, and then you were like, man, and then you know, and you already invited him. He was like, yeah, I'll do the shows with you. But I was like, yo, I showed you on the Facebook, and I was like, hey, look at that, and he was like, oh, fuck that dude. And it's just, I get it. I've seen it. I've seen it in person.
So you saw, a dude that wanted.
And my problem is I'm too loyal to a fault, right? So when people talk shit, I take it, especially in that time, because I was an aggressive human being, I took it offensively. Because to me, it's like, oh, now you're fucking with my friend and you're fucking with my money.
Right.
You know, and those are the two things that I don't play. So for me, I'm like, you know, fuck
So
y'all.
what other stuff were they saying?
You know, a lot of people were asking questions about, like, you know, the wall joke and the Bill Cosby joke. And I go, listen, why don't you just come watch him? Because I've let a lot of comedians watch the shows or whatever if they couldn't get in. I'm like, just watch them and then see what you think for yourself. Like, stop going by what the internet is saying and just create your own judgment, right? Because I saw you before watching any of the shit,
Right.
and our interaction, and I'm like, dude, this guy's a fucking genius. Like, I could learn so much from this man, you know?
Right.
And that's what I had to explain to these other comics, where it's like, you know, hey, like, don't be stupid. Even big name comics that you know, hey, like, what's going on with Mencia? Like, is he still? And I'm like, bro, stop. Fuck you. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You know, like, what do you mean he's still stealing jokes?
It's crazy how that shit just
Yeah.
it grew like 6, 7.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just kind of that thing.
Yeah. And I told,
But it fucked with you.
dude, my favorite, it fucked with a lot of opportunities in LA, but I'm resilient with shit, you know? So,
So what were the opportunities in LA that
you know, like, I would go to the store and then, you know, I'm just like, you know, it doesn't matter how good I am. You know, they're just like, well, that's fucking, you know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he opens for Mencia, like, you know, so they assume that I'm going to steal jokes as well, whatever the case may be. So I've gotten that. I'm serious, bro. You think I'm fucking joking? Like, they actually would think so. And then it's like, you know, I would have to, like, prove myself, where it's like, bro, like, don't judge me for the people that I carry around, number one. And number two, you don't know who the fuck he really is. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen behind the fucking curtain.
What is it about me, dude? What is it about me? You being from the outside and seeing it the way you see it. and talking to these people. What the fuck is it about me personally that makes these guys think and act and feel that way for all those years and treat you like shit? Like, what the fuck do you think? I mean, according to what you've heard,
I guess it's like that Bible verse. Tell me who you with, and I'll tell you who you are, kind of situation. But I don't feel like that applies in this situation. You know, I just feel like a lot of comics are just jealous or upset that they're stuck wherever they're at. You know, and I mean, look, if you think about it, I've been doing comedy for what?
So I'm the reason. What percentage of comedians never make it? Like, they have to quit because they just can't pay the bills.
Bro, a lot.
What do you think?
I'd say most of them.
90%?
I'd say like 90. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I am responsible
For the 90%.
for 90% of all these comedians not making it in this business. Me personally, because had I not been me, they would have skyrocketed. They would have had their shows on Hulu and Netflix, and but guess what? Carlos was in my way.
What they fail. This is what bothers me about these comedians, right? What comedians fail to realize is, no, it doesn't matter. Like, you're a great teacher. We've had a bunch of car rides where you taught me how to structure a joke and perform, and we've had lots of conversations. So I do appreciate all of that, but it's the work ethic, and most of these comics are fucking lazy. They wake up, they don't want to do shit all day. They think because they have a solid 15, 20 minutes that's what they're going to ride on. And then they disappear into the fucking darkness where they don't realize, like, this is a constant grind. You know, just because I go on a ship and I'm making, X amount of money doesn't mean I'm not going to hit a mic for free. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in Vegas. I got here, Monday? And the headliner canceled, and then they called me last minute. And was like, hey, and I didn't get paid for it, nor did I ask for the money. Where most comics are like, well, I need like $50, I need $100 if I'm gonna perform. And it's like, bro, it's the opportunity. Right. They see you kill it, they're gonna remember you, and now you're in their good graces. That's very simple, bro. It's a grind, it's a hustle, and it's a Latino. At least for me, it's a Latino mindset to be like, you know what, I'm gonna grind this shit out every single day.
Right. So you got a lot of shit from comedians.
For sure.
You were not led into certain situations, or you feel like because of me. Yeah,
I mean, I got into a fight at the fucking at the
I
comedy
was
store.
say, you actually got into a fight.
Yeah. It wasn't like we didn't swing, but it was a shoving competition. Yeah. I'm not gonna say who it was, but you know who it is. Yeah, you know who it is. Yeah. He said some shit. It was funny because the initial, and I've never met this man before that day. And again, because they know who I am, I walk in, I'm having a drink at the bar. He's like, oh, you're the one that was for Mencia. And I'm like, yeah. And I already was like getting defensive because I know who this person is. And he was like, well, I just want you to know, like, I have nothing against the dude, blah, blah. So we kind of like it was like squashed.
Right.
And then maybe 6 drinks later, you know why I did what I did? And I'm like, bro, fuck you. And then we just shoved each other, and it got really fucking nasty, bro. It got really bad. So, because I don't.
This is shit that I don't. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for that whatsoever.
But
what he said was, what this dude said was, and by the way, it was Redman. I'll talk about it.
Redman.
He's Redman. He's the guy that recorded the video, the famous video. He's the guy that actually recorded it. He's friends with Joe at the time. Anyway, he says that one day I walked up to him and leaned in like I was gonna beat the shit out of him.
You were punking him.
Right.
I've never known you to be that type
That's
of
what
guy.
I said.
That's what I said.
That's what I said. I've listened.
Dude, there are stories about me, bro, that I'm listening to going, when the fuck did this happen?
Look, if I could be honest, you can be a dick. For sure. Everybody, every one of us could be. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I have it in me.
But to fucking punk somebody, I've
Like
never,
that? No.
bro. Like even when me and you got into a fight, right? Like where it almost got physical, or it probably got physical.
It never did.
You never. Well, yeah, I think. Yeah.
You just leaned in and I started laughing like, are you
like,
fucking serious?
Yeah, I was fucking upset.
Dude, I started laughing because I was like, this motherfucker?
Yeah, I
Seriously?
was in his fucking face, dude. But even at that moment, like, that's not who you are. So for somebody to say,
it's me that I started laughing.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
So for somebody to say that and knowing who you are and the character that you are, I was like, bro, you're full of shit, bro. You did what you did because you wanted to fucking do it.
Sure, because they wanted, look, at the time, because when you say you can be a dick, I at least now do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Like I know when I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Back then, I was just ignorant. I just had my blinders on. It
Yeah.
wasn't that, I didn't even pay attention to anybody.
I mean, dude, there was one time.
I got shit to do.
Remember we were at West Palm Beach Improv, and you're on your phone, and I think something was going down at home that you were just in your fucking zone, and one of the owners walked in and was trying to have a conversation with you, and you were out, you were fucking out, and she walked out and she was like, "Why is he being a dick?" And I was like, "Listen, it's not that he's a dick. It's just he has some shit going on, and he's focused, and he's about to perform in about 45 minutes. Like he needs his space. You know what I'm saying?" So I had to explain that to them. So people don't understand that, everybody has their process. Everybody, just because we make people laugh on stage doesn't mean our lives are going great.
Correct.
And a lot of people think, oh, because I work on cruise ships and I'm making all this fucking money, my life is great. Nah, bro. Like I go to therapy every fucking week. I'm not okay.
Right.
I got problems. You know what I'm
They
saying?
pay you to go on vacation, bro.
Oh yeah, because I'm in a fucking prison box.
Well, first of all, we'll get to that. So we'll get to the beauty that is of being that.
Yeah.
So let me
far
ask
away.
you something, because you had a question.
No, I was checking
Put your
something.
phone
Sorry.
away.
So I definitely get off on watching you guys perform and saying like, hey, you should change this joke or do that joke
Yeah.
or switch. Like, I can, at one point, I remember watching you perform a few years back and I was like, damn, I helped him write 90% of that. And those punchlines I actually gave to him. It's
Yeah.
like,
We talked
it
about
was
it last
really
night,
cool, yeah.
remember? With the parasailing joke? I
Well-
was like, a lot of that shit is you.
I know, but I guess my question is that, was it welcomed? You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Was it too much sometimes? Because I feel like
No.
sometimes I go a little fucking,
I
a little aggro on,
No,
on
no.
the advice kind of thing. You know what I mean? I feel like I get technical.
can't speak for everybody else, right?
Yeah.
At least for me, because I was such a student and I'm still a student. Like last night I watched you and I'm in the audience. Like I told him, I was like, you know what? I haven't seen you perform. I mean, even though I saw you like a month ago, I didn't watch you. I was like, I want to watch him. I want to see, and he even said it. He was like, see if there's a different nuance or a different, if a different little movement or
always
whatever.
is.
And I sat there and I watched, and it was like, and I learned some shit.
Yeah.
So when we were on the road together, because a lot of it, I'd say about 70% of it was just us. We went deep into shit.
Yeah.
And you actually helped me mentally in a lot of cases, because you were, we got down to the nitty gritty of why I was always angry and
Right.
why am I writing jokes like this and why haven't I gotten personal, and
Right.
you should talk about your dad. You should talk about XYZ.
Right.
And so for me, I appreciate it, but I could see how somebody like your other opener, I'm not going to say the name, but the other opener, where they would feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the maturity emotionally to be able to learn that, hey, you have
They were
good
taking it
intentions.
personal.
Yeah.
Even though you were just giving advice.
Everybody took, at least from what I've seen, right? Outside of our circle, right? Outside of Joey, outside of Randy, outside of, me, the Rivas and the Momos and the other openers, they don't understand it because they didn't care to understand your personality. Where to me, it was like, well, this is who he is, and I can't change you, right? Nobody could change you. The only person that's willing to change you is yourself.
Right.
So once you understand, all right, this is who he is, and he doesn't have any malice or any, ill will, and he's really trying to help you get to that next fucking level, then you would understand, like, the way you talk might come aggro to them, but to me it was a place of love.
It is, but
Yeah.
it's hard because for me as a teacher, I want to tell you the truth.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not like it's mean, it's just like, here's an example. Why the fuck is it so hard for you motherfuckers after 6 months to a year
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
of doing a certain set that kills?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude, write new shit.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it so hard for you guys?
You know what it is?
And it's not like I took away. It's not like I
Yeah.
heard you guys tell a joke. Just so you know, because you're not on the road with me like that.
Yeah.
The way it would work is, I'd sit down, I'd watch him, I'd help him, I'd watch him, I'd
Yeah.
help him, I'd watch him, I'd help him. And then inevitably they would get a nice little set together.
Yeah, for sure.
And then all of a sudden it started hitting. And then 6 months to a year later, that 20, 15-minute set
You're still
was
doing
just
it,
killing
yeah.
it. Now I'm like, okay,
Give me another 15, 20.
you need to make 40. How the fuck are you going to be on the road with Carlos Mencia for years
and only have 15.
and you only have 15 goddamn minutes? And you're working every fucking weekend.
But do you want to know why?
Yes, I want to know why,
All right.
because I don't. It's not this. By the way, this isn't just you.
I'm gonna explain
It's
it.
every fucking comedian that's ever opened for me
I'm
that
gonna-
was young
I'm
that I
gonna-
bring it. They never fuck every.
I'm gonna break it down for you.
every time.
I'm gonna break it down for
And
you.
he would say this. He would say this before you move out. He would go, and all of them. Oh no! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like, okay, not while I'm performing with you. I'm gonna do it like,
Yeah.
on Tuesday. I got a spot at the Choco
Yeah.
and we're gonna do that.
All right, let me tell you why. All right, you have to understand that, and a lot of people don't know this, but we know this, right? When going on the road with you, there's to us, at least the openers, there's a standard, right?
Yeah.
And even though you don't give a fuck, we know that the audience and we give a fuck, right? So imagine you're just doing brand new shit and the crowd's just like, and then you go up, and then at the end of the show, everybody's like, well, you tried, and then they come up, I fucking love you. That's number one, right? That's number one.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. That's
let me
number one.
retaliate for number one. Let me go and keep number 2 and 3. To give the opposite side of that. I never told them to do an entire
No.
completely act.
No, you know. No, you
I
didn't.
never said
You told
do
us to sandwich it.
everything. I would tell them to
Yeah.
sandwich it.
Yeah.
So when this came up, I'd be like, dude, do your killer joke.
Yeah.
Try some new shit.
Yeah.
And then do your killer shit at the end.
Yeah.
So then it'll just blend
He
in.
did.
Plus, I also, it's hard for me, bro. It is hard as shit for me to hear comedians going, oh, I'm going to try this bit. I don't understand that. I don't speak that language. And he'll tell you,
Yeah.
because when I think some shit is funny,
He does it.
it's funny. I go up on stage, I say it, and it gets laughs.
Well, just to
it's not a try. I'm not trying. I know this is funny.
just to add on to this is when I
You're
first
trying to understand. He's trying to explain.
No.
I am.
Just to add on to what he just said, this is how I know what he's saying is true. We were driving to Ontario Improv, and this is when the Justin Bieber and the toilet paper shit was going on.
Oh, yeah.
And we were quiet, and Ontario's 2-hour fucking drive from his house with traffic. Without traffic, it's 45. And we're just listening to was it CNN?
Yeah.
We're just listening, and he's sitting there and quiet, bro, quiet for an hour and fucking 45 minutes. And then we stayed in silence for about 5 to 10. And right when we pulled up, he looked at me, he goes, watch what I'm gonna do. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, everything that you just heard in this last 2 hours, I'm gonna do it on stage. This motherfucker did 45 minutes to an hour of just Justin Bieber jokes. I swear to
So
fucking
that's
God.
why I don't understand, right?
But you're built
But
different.
this is exactly. So this is a part of me that has to go.
Yeah, you're built different.
This is why I asked the question, because I get it. I get that it's easy. It's not that it's easy for me. It's just I'm built differently.
For sure.
But
think
anyway,
about-
I just wanted to address the fact that I didn't fucking want them to do an entirely new set. I didn't want them to eat a dick and sacrifice.
No, for sure you never
I
did.
didn't want them to go. What I wanted for them is to, at the end of a stint with me, to be able to go, I have a special.
Yeah.
I have a fucking special that, that I can call somebody at HBO or somebody that I know
Yeah.
in some production company and go, hey, he's got a special.
For sure.
So that's why. But I wanted you people to understand that it wasn't like,
But what people need to understand when they hear this is, we're going from doing 5 to 10 people in an audience to doing hundreds to thousands of people in one night, right? So we're going. So when it's like,
but we're also doing Thursday shows, which
Yeah,
you
but
can
even
go a little
Thursdays-
easy.
even
Friday
Thur-
and Saturday, okay.
but
Then a
even
Sunday
Thursday
shows
is
are
something
chill.
we're not used to. We're talking about what 150, 200 people at the worst on
Okay.
a Thursday.
So that was number one. Number two.
So
What else? What's
so
number two?
You have to understand. it's like when you give your girl a really good dick the first fucking 6 months, right?
Okay.
And then now all of a sudden you don't want me to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, it's like I need to always have that I need
Dick.
to. Yeah.
We're learning something new about Cisco.
Right. But
You
anyway,
want some dick?
no, I don't want no dick.
6'7", 6'7".
So that's number one. Number two is once you get to that level of laughter that you've never achieved, that fucking applause break and the fucking high, you don't ever want to go back down again.
I agree.
I never. So when I'm doing so at that time, right? Because I eventually had to learn to do new shit, right? It took me a long time to like accept it, but I was like, it really did.
You ain't
because
the only one, bro.
it really did because in my head I'm like, bro, like I want the fucking laughter that you're getting. I want that pop. I want
course.
that admiration. I want that
course.
fucking love after the show. You know what I'm
course.
saying? And you got me cocky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not your fault, but it's just, you know.
I got you.
Like, you remember when we did Connecticut with Kevin Dombrowski, and you were like, how long, I think somebody was in the audience watching, and you're like, how long is it going to take for you to get the crowd? And Kevin was like, what, 15 minutes?
Right.
He said, I need 15 minutes, and I'm going to get them fucking going. And I go, and then you looked at me, and I go, oh, 3.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I cocky as fuck. I said that. And
Oh, I know it. I need 60 seconds.
Look at his fucking face.
and I love it.
Oh my God.
And I
Absolute
love it.
confidence.
And
I
I
got
love
60
that.
seconds.
And I love that. And what did Kevin do? He did his 15 minutes. I went up there, I did my 3 minutes, and I think I got a standing ovation or it was really close or some shit like
Right.
that. And I said goodnight after 3 minutes and I walked off. And then Kevin was like, ooh, and I know that came off cocky, but to me it was like, bro, like I've been doing this set for a year.
I never begrudged cocky.
Yeah. No, not at all. Yeah.
I never begrudged it.
Yeah.
I think cockiness.
It backfired on me a couple times, but
Sure, but listen. Here's the problem with being young. You have to be cocky,
yeah.
right? Or else you either have to be cocky, or you said this the other day when we were talking about baseball, or oblivious, right?
Damn. That's a good one.
Oblivious or cocky. Mm-hmm. Because we were talking about there was a baseball game and it was like final innings and it was tied
It
or
was
some
like
shit
a
like that.
21, 22-year-old kid that had, like, he's oblivious on how instrumental, how amazing this game is, how important this game is.
How big the
and
moment
this guy
is.
is pitching a no-hitter through 5 innings. This
Right.
kid is 22.
No clue.
And no clue. It's like he was in high school. And he's just pitching to these guys and these monsters, these guys that
Yeah.
are going to win monster awards and have monster contracts. And he's just getting them out.
And he had to be one of the
getting them
two.
out.
He had to be completely oblivious to what the fuck is going on,
Yeah.
which I don't think he was. I think in his head he was like, I'm the shit.
Yeah.
I'm
You-
the
you
baddest
have to believe
motherfucker.
it.
But that's who you have to be. So with comedians,
But I learned that with you though.
I had no problem with that.
Yeah.
I had no issue with these guys
I
being
say it like this:
cocky.
if you're hiring an attorney and you need him to defend you, do you want a timid attorney or an attorney that's like, fuck this, we're gonna fucking win this. I know we're gonna fucking win this. I want that guy.
Yeah.
I don't want the. I'm really not sure how we're gonna handle this.
6'7".
Right.
That's 6'7" is this. 6'7".
6'7", 6'7",
So maybe
6'7".
it's like so like the three of us, like when we go up and grab a microphone, we know we're the funniest person in the
Yeah,
fucking room.
for sure.
Yes.
I mean, and on that stage in that moment.
In that moment.
I know, but
Because I got humbled a couple times by you.
But it's not
But you have
comparing.
to be
it's
that
not
way.
It's not like
Exactly.
comparing.
There's no- yeah.
I'm like, I know I'm gonna get this crowd.
For sure.
Right.
I know.
For sure.
Whether there's 30 or 300 or 3,000, which I've done all three with you.
Right.
And I know if it's 30, they get more of a customized show, but still,
Right.
we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Right.
300, a little
Right.
bigger. 3,000, that's a different beast altogether
Yeah.
because of how you deliver a joke. It's just a bit of a delay,
Right.
Because you got to wait for the. Yeah, and
Sure.
as cocky as it sounds, you got to wait for the laughter to come back and hit you
Correct.
Yeah.
before you start another joke.
Right.
And it's just what do you want? If I'm going to a Cirque du Soleil show, that trapeze guy better believe in his fucking heart, without a doubt, that I'm gonna make it from there to there, and I'm gonna fly 30 feet, and I'm gonna catch this fucking pole.
Yeah.
A timid guy can't do that.
No,
and
yeah.
I think that's the approach we take. It's just
it should be.
entertainment.
Yeah.
It's just entertainment.
Look, when I do shows with other comics, I don't, and you know this about me. I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
My brain, like if you.
But by the way, stop for a second. This is how fucking competitive he is. We're playing fucking Uno. All right?
no.
Fucking Uno. With my son, who at the time, I swear to
What was he,
God,
like 12 or something?
fucking no. The young one.
Oh.
Not even. Dude, he was 6.
Yeah.
He was fucking 6. Nicholas was 6. And this dude was talking mad shit like, yeah, motherfucker. Dropping N-bombs and shit. Dropping N-bombs, bro.
But they gotta learn. They gotta learn early.
My little kid is like, Dad, what's going on? I go, you can't use that word, mijo. And he's like, nigga, come on, nigga. And I'm just like, Jesus, bro, I got this, man.
Listen,
Poor 6-year-old with 57 cards.
And when
Bro, he had so many cards, bro.
When Lucas was 12-ish,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing the same, bro.
Video games, yeah.
Just mad shit
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to the point where I was like, bro,
Same thing with
they're
Chris.
children.
Same thing with Chris, but Chris was a little older.
But anyway, that's how competitive he is.
Yeah,
So you're very competitive.
I'm very competitive, and I don't
Making my 6-year-old cry at Uno cards.
I don't like to lose, man.
I got you, bro.
I don't like to lose. I
got
don't like
you.
to lose in anything. Like it's listen.
This is why, just so you know,
But also-
a little secret for you and me. Never told you this before. A little secret.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it commendable from you more than anybody because
Mm-hmm.
of your attitude. That, especially toward the end of our, being together on the road, when we would have good audiences, like we got there and you could feel it. You know how
the energy, yeah.
just feel the energy. I never thought it was a bad thing. I thought it was a beautiful thing that for the last, few years you were with me, you actually went on stage going, I'm going to be funnier than Carlos. I'm going to be funnier than that. I knew that you had that in you.
Yeah.
Because I would see your face afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you would have sets where you were like,
glowing.
Motherfucker, where you were just
I had some standing ovations as a feature. Like it was dope.
And then I would just go up on stage and just.
But see, no, wait, let me tell you a story. This is a fucking interesting story. There was a time, and because even though I'm competitive, I still know when I'm humble and I've lost, right? Humbled and lost.
It's not that. Look, the
No, hold on.
competition
I gotta
is
tell
so
you
that
this.
You go on. I know,
Yeah.
but the competition, so you guys understand. This is how I see it for me. And then you guys
Yeah.
can explain on your side. For me, it is all about firing me up.
Yeah.
Is all it is, right? Yes, I'm going to be the funniest motherfucker in the world tonight.
I like doing that too.
Nobody better.
Oh, there's times I tell him, good
Nobody
luck
great.
following me, dude.
Yeah, all that, right?
Yeah.
But it ends the minute I get on stage.
Yeah.
The minute I get on stage, bro, I am 100%, like they say in Spanish soccer, enchufado. I'm fucking in it. There's nothing else that exists but that moment.
Yeah.
What about you? How does it work for you?
My mindset, because I produce shows also, is the crowd benefits. If I thought I was stronger than you and that's going to light a fire in you and you're stronger
Yeah.
than you've ever been and now that lights a fire in him, the crowd benefits.
Yeah.
That is 100%, they will come back to see us.
Yeah. Like last night's
That's
show.
all I care about.
Last night's show was fire because it was like dope, fucking dope. Like and it just it just grew.
So
but,
finish your thought from earlier.
So there's actually 2 times when
Oh, shit.
when I one with you and one with this motherfucker.
Oh.
Ooh, we're both included.
Yeah. So the first time,
And that's why we do the podcast together.
dude, the first time
Sorry.
we did a theater. I forgot what city it was. And I was backstage. I don't know if I was with a girl or not, but I was backstage and I was like, you know what? I feel it today. I don't know what it was in the air. I don't know what it was. When I tell you, and I remember this theater show like fucking like the back. I forgot who was emceeing though. I get on stage and it was absolutely. I think I did 40 minutes, and you've never cared that I went over my time. I did 40 minutes. That's how
Wouldn't
great
it
it
be
was.
ironic if I was the guy
Yeah.
going, get off stage, bro? Look at the
Right? I'm 40 minutes in, standing ovation, fucking cheering. He's standing on the side and he goes, bro, fucking, damn, bro, like you did great, bro. Like, look how fucking great. And I'm sitting there like, yeah. He goes, all right, cool, watch this. Bro, I'm like, I'm set. I stood there and I was like, what the fuck does he mean, watch this? Like, I see you every fucking night. Like, what's he gonna do? When I tell you this motherfucker, I don't know what you did. You put a little extra move, like I don't know what it was.
A little
But
stain
when
color.
I tell you, within the first 2 minutes of this motherfucker being on stage, his laughter, like if mine was a 10, this
They
motherfucker
forgot who Cisco was. That's it.
100% they did. This motherfucker took, and I sat in the back and I go, oh, I got a lot to learn. And I remember saying this to the girl I was dating at the time. I was like, I have so, like, whatever I did was cool. What this motherfucker did is what I want to do.
Right.
And ever since that day, I was like, you know what? Like, I never want to be, even though I was competitive, and I wanted to see like because it was more of a gauge of where my comedy was at. You know, it was never like I want to be better than you. I just want to fucking be great. You know. And then the other.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this one is gonna go a little longer than normal. So we're gonna make it a two-parter. So hope you guys enjoyed part number 1, which you just saw, and part number 2 to come next time. So there you go.